Sorry, I keep coughing. I should be good now. Try using the target camera more. wanted my health back. Shit. I just burped and it tasted like gasoline. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Oh my limit. Shinderu. Let's try again. If at first you don't succeed, run out of the investigations and then try again. But wait, you can't. That person joined as soon as I died. And then left immediately after. That's so 2.5 years ago, dude. Isn't that what they'd say? Why did it leave me then and not when I was actually in the thing? That's a big boy. Oh, jeez, he went so fast across the screen. No, I wanted the power guard. No, 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 no. That's not how that works. Cool, you sleep there for a second, dude. I just noticed these dudes. Coming back for seconds, bud? Oh my god, I turned my character sideways. I tried to power guard, but sometimes the game doesn't let you. Fuck, I can't believe I missed that. That's bad. I knew that was gonna happen. If you're on fire, the gas around you shouldn't hurt you. If you actually want me to say, hey, cool physics, that's what you gotta do. If your character's on fire, it's free degasser. Walking degasser. I even have any? None of them not weird shenanigans. Oh boy. God damn it, I was just trying to poke the end of his tail without getting too close to it. I didn't say you could leave yet. You are an absolute baloney factory. Just let me skin something. I don't want to pick up your stupid slinger ammo. There's a pile of corpses a mile high, and my character somehow managed to get to the tiny ball-shaped object at the bottom of them all. Rationally, that is just like, holy shit, you're good at picking through monster piles. Ooh, there's a Godzilla there. Hopefully I can get the Odogaron to come out. Oh, that's right, I already beat him up. Best video game doggo? I agree. Well, nice. No, do the... No! Damn it. It's a good camera. Always in focus. What the hell is that? Purple mark. No, it didn't give me weakener. So bright! I can see my own eyes! bad news bears. No, I should have went backwards, dude. Backhand. Oh, he just woke Basil up. Not what I wanted to do. Oh my fucking god, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that head texture stretch. Fuck off. Oh yeah, right. It counts. That is wall. Can you not see the wall? Are you dumb? That is wall. Gang. Nice gap. Hot garbage. Sweaty garbage. Did I use them all? Do I dare put faith in other people to help me on this investigation? I mean, I fainted earlier on a 1 faint mission, but that was like the warm-up round, and then I didn't faint the rest of the tries. I'm not a god, but I wouldn't join other people's tempered investigations that didn't have multiple faints if I wasn't. Nothing encourages the people who get really good at the game to stay playing multiplayer. Nothing. There's no encouragement from the game at all to do it. It's not like you're rewarded slightly for helping an SOS. Because, like, actually completing random shit together should give you more rewards than doing stuff with 4 people that you group together with on the same session. In my opinion. It incentivizes being good when you're playing with randoms, because you shouldn't need incentives to play with your friends. And this game literally has to do that to even remotely keep people interested. People are just going to hop over to other games with more endgame content that doesn't revolve around the same 5 augmentations. So it's already started to happen. Like I was telling my friend, you see less and less high rank people. And just less people in general. I mean, that's going to happen, but even games like Neo still have like 14 to 15,000 regular players. It's pretty sad on Capcom's part, to be honest. You absolute nose. Thanks. See him coming. Burning alive! Get out of the lava! Why was that the longest fucking stun in the world? That was with mashing. I swear mashing does fuck all. I didn't pick up more flash pods. Oh. What's up, boy? You looking at me funny. Don't look at me crossways. Never mind. Look at me all the crossways you wish. Huh? The analog stick is fucked up. Horse shit. How is the bomb RNG fucking me so bad in multiplayer? That's why, if you're wondering why sometimes I stand so far away from him that I can barely even hit him if I wanted to, it's for that fucking reason. Because for whatever bullshit, stupid Capcom dumbass design choice, they made it so that he could fling his stupid fucking things outside of his actual hitbox of his face. Because it has no correlation whatsoever to the actual programming behind it. It's so horseshit sometimes. Like, How did on that attack a projectile fly so far outwards that it hit me on the opposite directional side of the way the swing goes? How? Like, what RNG? Like, you would need to map all of the different possibilities for them to land, and like that would be the most outward potential corner of it. And it just so happened to happen to me. And don't get me started on why his magical roar somehow fucking makes the bombs explode, but other monsters don't. Even monsters with the same level of roar. Can you stop? This is why I just do shit single player, man. I would be nearly done with this fight already if this was single player and his tail would be cut off. But he's like doing a bunch of weird nonsensical bullshit because of multiplayer. He's like half turning in between people because his aggro changes randomly on an attack. It's just like, why? Why even put yourself through it? It's so horse shit. It's not even funny. There goes one person. How about the next one? Who's gonna be next? What? Oh my god, I literally am getting so tired of that animation. And guaranteed hit. Unless you have windproof, you get hit by that guaranteed. If you don't have your block up at the right moment for that animation that has like fucking 4 startup frames before your character gets knocked over. Yeah. There's so much damage that is forced to take in this game if you don't have the specific thing on your gear to avoid that specific ailment that's hitting you or forcing you to get hit. You don't have earplugs, you don't have windproof or something like that on your armor. There's some stupid bullshit thing that the boss can do to fucking hit you. Even if it's for a tiny little amount of damage, it's just fucking annoying. Like, I don't get why they added Dante to this game. Especially because this game is not a game about, like, S ranking stuff. Because you would never be able to get to the level of S ranking fucking anything in this game. Because you'd need a Monster Hunter's set of gear. But then again, a Monster Hunter set of gear is shit because it has some random redundant, arbitrary ass bullshit number associated with the amount of gem slots it gets, just to limit the amount of customization you actually get with your fucking gear. We're gonna make half of the armor sets not even have a fucking gem slot on it, because it's an alpha set. It just has more effects on it. Even though half of them are just a worse value proposition than just having the gem slot and slotting a gem in. That's just how we're gonna design the entire fucking game. Garbage. Half of these people don't even bring bombs, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my bombs if they're not gonna have the decency to bring their bombs either. Again, a further reason why you don't summon people. You just don't SOS. Too much fucking bad. That's all because of my teammate. I couldn't power guard because I was being fucking stun locked by my dumbass teammate. Wait, I had flash pods the entire fucking time? Oh my god, the stupid inventory bullshit. Unbelievable. I need to make more of those. Yeah. Instead of shitty fucking Dragon Strike. Nut. I'm nut in a Dragon Strike. $468 of them. Oh yeah, shell shrooms are mushrooms, you dungo. I love how people on the Reddit, I love how your modern video gamer has become so dumb and so unable to, like, just trial and error shit themselves, that people on Reddit have to go like, PSA, did you know you're gonna have all the fertilizers active at once? And it's like, cool, dude. You shouldn't even tell people that, because if they were too dumb to figure it out on their own, they shouldn't have even bothered. Honestly, we need to stop tolerating that level of stupidity. It's fine when you can't figure out, oh, what specific dumb plant I need to harvest on this map to get this canteen item. That's fine. That's different. That thing, a part of the hub, if you can't figure out to go like, this one costs 4 days. What if I come back and use the other one? Will that one be on 3 days and the next one will be on 4? And then I use the ancient fertilizer to do it up and then I do the other two? Like, are people that stupid that people really needed a PSA on the Reddit about that? I don't even like going on video game Reddits anymore. It's a bunch of people showing the greatest example of, like, the modern video gamer. A bunch of people who talk about a video game, but almost none of them play it regularly. Because they're either A, busy with work, or busy with blah blah blah. So it's like, they've talked so much about it on Reddit since it's been released, but they've played, like, maybe... I've played more than, like, 12 of those kinds of people collectively. Because I put like 1,200 hours into the game. So when people like that try to tell me that the AI is great just because they haven't experienced enough of the game yet to see the AI do the same attack 5 times in a row with no regards to your positioning or whatever you're doing, I'm just gonna do the same slam 5 times. And that's just what it do. To me, this game has even worse AI, because at least before you could like strategize, like based on the positioning of the maps and like the different places you could go. You could preemptively place traps and do things around where the monster was located. In this game, that doesn't matter, because if the monster gets stuck in the trap with a piece of fucking meat in it, you're not going to be in the zone, and there's no magical loading screen into the zone and then the monster's still in the trap. That's not how it works. All of those systems are completely null and fucking void. The fact that they even put them in this game was I think because they could, because the engine is just another rebuilt version of their shitty handheld engine. That's why all the animations are the same since the fucking PlayStation 2. They're just touched up with more animations added on top of them. And to be honest, some of the animations still don't even look that great and fluid comparative to the newer ones. Like, you can tell the difference in a newer animation and one that's been in fucking 6 different games. That's another thing, like, annoyingly insufferable about modern game series, is it's like, people don't want anything to change, people just want shit to fucking return non-stop from all the other games. And it's like, I don't want more returning shit. That only gives them a reason to be fucking lazy with their design. Because all they have to do is port a bunch of animations. I mean, yeah, it'd be great if Capcom actually would do that. But sadly, they act like everything takes 30 years to develop, even if they're just porting it from one of their older games and touching up the textures. Like they did for fucking 12 of the other monsters in this game. It's utterly ridiculous. It's ludicrous the fact that they can't release 5 monsters from a previous game and then release 5 original monsters. That's the shit people should be complaining about. You should have a completely separate team for designing new ones and old ones anyways. Maybe that's why there's been the same monster in fucking 4 different games. What the fuck? How are people accepting of that? People freak out in Dark Souls when there's a fucking single monster that's a repeat of another game. It's not an original enemy design? I play Dark Souls for only the enemy design and PvP, but then I forget about the enemy design and then it becomes all about the PvP after I play it for more than 60 hours. It's what everyone always talks about, and if that was true, then the games wouldn't have ended up such a fucking shitberg at the end. You wouldn't have added with a stat that took 6 months to figure out what the fuck it did. That's all the community's fault. That's not the developer's fault. Everyone has to do active super armor nowadays because it's the only way to balance anything. Nothing can just be, oh, my character is unstaggerable by small amounts of damage. No, you take any amount of damage when your character is standing still, and your character is in every fucking modern third-person action game. And that is so infuriating to me, because it is literally just something put in there to put in some amount of artificial fucking difficulty. You get hit by a mosquito or even a big bug or anything like that in real life, when you live in a world like this, you're not gonna fucking flinch. You're gonna be like, oh, it's just another fucking giant mosquito. You get used to that shit. You go to fucking countries where that kind of shit exists in the real world. Not actual giant mosquitoes, but just giant-ass insects that'll fly into your fucking face. And you don't see people go like, ooh, I just drop to the fucking ground and lose their shit, because it happens all the fucking time there. I get so pissed off at modern video game development. It's unbelievable. And no one wants to be negative. Everyone just wants to be the Adderall fucking hopped up douchebag that's just like, this is great, this is great. God of War is so great. It's just a really, really shitty Dark Souls and Batman Arkham Asylum clone put together. Did you want to just press a button and magically parry half of the fucking game to death? Oh, hard difficulty. Let's give enemies like 30,000 HP even though the character can carry fucking logs with one arm. You can't slice anything's head off in one swing, but you better fucking bet he can carry a giant-ass log. Apparently the fucking skin of a monster is tougher than a fucking 600-pound log. Pardon me. I didn't know the tensile strength of a fucking rotten dead dude was that strong. And retards. Gaming fucking sucks now. It really does. You just have a bunch of game developers circle fucking jerking each other. When's the fucking Fortnite clones gonna start coming out? Oh wait, they already fucking have. Nobody wanted fucking God of War Dark Souls. I am sorry. Anyone who rates that game good is full of fucking dog shit. No one has a fucking clue what they even want from a game nowadays. For people to say that it is even remotely close to being a good God of War game is full of shit. And they're the kind of people who play 12 hours of a game and then shuck it like it's a fucking pistachio shell. It ain't the fucking old God of Wars, and it ain't nearly as fun to play. It ain't fun to have shitty upgraded fucking weapons that all of a sudden you get another weapon that is way garbage that you have to work halfway as much to get all the way up there, but then by the time you do it, you're at the end of the fucking game. It doesn't fucking, like... There's nothing rewarding about those kinds of games. And again, I haven't played it. I just been watching someone play it. And personally, just hearing them have such positive opinions of it has made me have negative opinions of it. Because I'm just like, how can people criticize, like, one element of another game for being like, oh, this fucking blah blah blah. The only videos that existed when Neo first came out was Samurai Souls. Isn't this Samurai Souls? Samurai Souls. Because the guy who made it said he had slight inspiration from Dark Souls and that he liked that series. And it's like, everyone always acts as if that's the only type of its game that existed because it was the only one that got popular. And I've gone over this rant 100,000 times about people jumped on the third-person action RPG bandwagon only because of streaming. And that kind of shit. Dark Souls took so many different mechanics from so many different existing games. It came up with almost nothing of its own. the thing it did come up with on its own, that it is actually credited by smart people, because they know that's the one thing that Dark Souls came up with, actually, and that's the online portion of the game. That's the only original part of Dark Souls. And people need to stop acting like every fucking thing that it did is so great, and every game that's hard is comparable to fucking Dark Souls. Every game is Dark Souls. And I'm not saying it's not okay to compare something to Dark Souls. I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a comparison to Dark Souls, be prepared to back it up with actual reasoning besides just, it has lock on and you fight monster. Because literally games did that fucking 4 to 5 years before the Souls games came out. They just didn't work as good and work as fluently and didn't get as popular because online wasn't as big of a thing yet. You didn't have people streaming a ton of PlayStation 2 third-person action games. You only had that shit started happening around the 360 PlayStation 3 era, because that's when everyone's internet started to get a lot better and streaming services started to become a lot more consistent. It became easier to get software for your computer to stream. I'm like fucking losing my voice over here because I'm fucking shouting. I'm going out for a smoke real quick. Sorry, my fucking mic keeps bumping my jacket. I don't even know if you can hear it. Is that someone's music? What the fuck is wrong with people? Oh wait, that's right. 90% of them are shaking the fucking brain cells out of themselves. The amount of self-centered you have to be blaring loud-ass, bassy music when people were trying to sleep on Sunday. Like, honestly, you have every single right to have the cops called on you if you're one of those people. I'm not gonna be the dude to do it, but I wouldn't be the person that's like, yeah, I hate that old lady down the street who makes that person stop playing his music at 10 o'clock at night. Because I don't care, I'm up at these times normally. But it's like, I know 3 people around here who work at a school. They definitely enjoy that shit. Fucking people around here, man. Going for my Sunday 10 p.m. joyride in my sports car. Gonna blow some people's windows out while I'm at it. Gonna make every single person frown at the sight of my car and seeing me at a public place. Because I don't care about them. I don't care what anyone thinks. I should live in the middle of fucking Baltimore. Is what those guys are thinking. I shouldn't be here. I should be in LA. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I was just making sure that my earbud and everything still worked. Best way to test that if you drop them and you're not sure is to just half plug them in and see if it goes like... See if you can still hear the sound in the speaker. I assume if the speaker part works, the mic still works. That might bite me in the ass one day. That assumption. Because I do have another working microphone, if I ever do need to swap. Take this toke real quick though. couldn't turn. Fuck. Son of a dick. Are you kidding me? I'm dead. Can I move, please? Holy shit. What is wrong with me? My word, man. Oh! That was an artillery gem. I had figured it was going to be one of the same colors as one of those other gems. Those assholes. It's my first one after 1,000-something hours. Wow. But it's only one. I need 2 more. Bagel and Rathalos. Yummy couple. I always like strawberry jam on my bagels. Or is Rathalos more of a cherry? Or a strawberry? I mean, they always reference Pink Rathian as being a cherry blossom, so I guess Rathalos is the cherry. It all makes sense now. Nice shot. Nice. Again, if you just stand still and block, half of the animations in the game you miss you. Go away. Small face. Nice. That was really quick. I think that was my fastest Rathalos kill. Tempered. Not that that changes much. Just their resistances, I think. Hi. Oi. Nope. That, I gotta always remember to go towards his tail side during that animation. Got double hit, so I died. What's up, Ricky? I killed Rathalos in like less than 2.5 minutes and then died to fucking Basil. Which I've killed Tempered without fainting like 7 times in a row, just barely. Just one of those situations where your character got knocked over, but he didn't do the animation where he stayed on the ground and he stood up and got hit again. And you're dead. Hopefully in the future they will eventually make it so that you're able to recover by guarding and not by dodging, because it really still does not make any sense why pressing the dodge button speeds up recovery but not blocking. You can block out of drinking a potion. It's not like it's impossible for them to do that. They just didn't. I'll show you when I enter. I'll go to drink a cool drink, and I can interrupt the cool drink animation. If I go like this, and my character starts drinking it, I can go like that and interrupt it. And I didn't drink the cool drink, and I didn't get hit if I was consuming it and I needed to block. But you can't do that if your character's standing up. The only thing you can do is dodge. It just doesn't make any sense to me why that's like the one specific stipulation to blocking. And it's the one time you want to be able to block. Same thing goes for gun lance. Like, allow the gun lance to do that as well. Block on stand-up. Oh boy. Yeah. I was like, I'm getting hit by something here. I'm getting hit by that. Yep. Why does that keep happening? The other Basil wasn't killing me that fast. Is this one of those fucking investigations that has like the bullshit damage values on it? Because there's no way to tell, as far as I know. I just barely did a quest that was Tempered Basil. I beat all 4 tries of it without fainting once. And this guy is fainting me twice before I can even recover. He's doing like double the fucking damage that other Basil was doing to me.
My
Of course, you can't tell anything in this game. The investigation doesn't tell you, oh yeah, monsters on this quest are going to deal double damage, or whatever the fuck thing is going on that's making my character die in like 2 hits. That wasn't fucking happening on the exact last quest that was Basil by itself. I really don't get it. You can scroll back on the stream literally 20 minutes ago and watch me doing the same shit and not die. There's some fucking stupid mechanic that is in these fucking... always in these games, I should say, that you just can't tell what is making you die. You'll do something once, perfectly fine. You'll be able to get hit like 3 times in a row by the dude. I haven't grabbed the elemental resistance one a single time because I haven't needed it. Shenanigans, man. I know for a fact that there are investigations that raise the armor value of the monsters, but there's no freaking way that 2 times in a row I just happen to get a large Basil that does extra damage. Because he looks large again. It is a large Basil. Why with the large Basils? This is literally the worst. This has been a large Basil every single time. And the fucking Gajalaka happened to hit me with a fucking poison dart from fucking a mile away. What the fuck is this? Well, yeah. Well, this quest is absolute horse shit. Giant Basil is annoying if you don't know why, because he runs up to you and puts 90% of his hitbox over the top of your character. So unless you, like, dive on the ground, he's gonna hit you with everything, and you can't block in 360 fucking degrees. And you can't always power guard, because if you're doing specific animations, you can't power guard out of them for whatever dumbass reason. You can only do the stupid guard reaction thing, which then just gets you hit on the follow-up. I hate this fucking game and this kind of bullshit. For this reason. Well, good, I don't have any fucking more of them. Let's go fight a normal tempered Basil. A fucking bullshit one. Jesus Christ. I just beat that fucking boss like 5 times without fainting. And I would get hit several times. It's not even a matter of I wasn't getting hit. It's just a matter of he's 2-hitting me like I'm undergeared. This is my build I used to kill Tempered Joe without fainting, for fuck's sake. Take less fucking damage from him than I was from Basil. I don't even care about the Legiana. All I care about is the Bagel, and I want to get fucking hit by him. Just to see the damage difference. Because I know this one isn't going to be fucking giant. Yeah. Exactly. Hit me. Alright, now hit me with your bombs. Yeah, exactly. Fucking-exactly. So if you ever wondered why some investigations seem way tougher than others, it's because, again, some just have bullshit fucking variables associated with some of the monsters. That should be a PSA on the fucking Reddit, not, oh, did you know that, if you use your fertilizers, you can get them all 4 active? Fucking idiots. He's gonna hit me with that, but again, it doesn't matter because it doesn't do half as much damage as it just did to me a fucking moment ago. It's fucking baloney. Like I said, that same situation that kept killing me earlier happened about 100 times. Never got me killed until that specific Basil in that one specific quest. Bullshit, dude. Oh my word. Well, at least it doesn't fucking take half of my HP bar away in one hit. I'll kill you two just for the fun of it. See, again, you can't speed up recovery by blocking. Believe me, I've tried about 1,000 times. All your character does is block the second they reach the top of their position and are neutral. Oh my god, why'd they do that? I figured, you know, half of the time I block and the enemy walk towards me, they just go over the top of me without dealing damage. But in the one situation I actually want that to happen, it's not going to actually happen. My guard dash didn't come out. It just attacked the third time. Yeah. He just had to shove that thing back in his pocket really fast and then plug his ears. Because it didn't consume my herbal medicine. It's just implied that he just quickly shoved it back in his pocket and then plugged his ears. Isn't that what you would do? Oh, wait. I should have just hit one of the vigor wasps. Also, I keep forgetting to put more potions into my bag. Like Iana. That was a weird scene. What? I want a fucking explanation, Capcom. Explain. Now. I want that video on every single screen in their office. Elemental attacks have all directional hitboxes, so you can block them even from behind. I really want to see someone defend that. Because that wasn't a power guard. You can tell by the noise it makes. Because power guard always makes a specific noise. That's the sound power guard always makes whenever it blocks something. Well, that was cancel thrust, not power guard, but whatever. dicks. Don't flip combo me, bitch. I'm having none of your shit. Oh my god. Of course I did. Gotta fire it in some... What the hell is wrong with this game? Oh, yeah, of course. I was just like, did it somehow get flash immune or something? No, it's just the dumbass broken game not working when you put the flash in front of the monster's face, but whatever. I'm not the person who made this game. I'm not the person who looks bad every single time a game mechanic doesn't work as it's supposed to. Especially when it happens like multiple fucking times in the span of like 5 minutes. And then the player's supposed to be at fault, like it's somehow their fault that their ineptitude at programming makes it the player's fault. It doesn't even hit my cat without attack. Yep, that's how hitboxes work. Chippo, no. Split up! Chippo! If that was Basil's explosion, it would have hit me. But see, a fair hitbox is one where the particle effect, you can stand at the very edge of it, and it won't hit you. A bad hitbox is one where it extends past the edge of the particle effect, leading to a misleading attack, which makes you think that you have to do something a specific way, when you don't, because the actual attack comes out like 5 frames after, and then you have to like dodge something late, even though the attack is clearly colliding with your character when you're pressing the dodge button. But whatever, that's just how game designers like to do things, to give you some sense of artificial difficulty. It's like, I learned how to do this thing that has no sense being a thing in the first place, but we do it because. We have way more processing power, but we decided to waste it on useless physics objects that almost never happen. And then we make you sit through long-ass loading screens just to load said shit. Isn't it cool watching these chains spin after the 100th time? How steampunk do you feel? Dang it. Everybody's almost dead. No survivors. Then next is Capcom. I should rename this build Capcom Slayer. Slay all the Capcoms. Nothing you can put in the game will stop me from getting what I want. Or the Japanese dudes are doing that laugh from that one movie that I can't remember the name of, where all the guys are like pointing and they're like they're doing that like really funny laugh at a dude. I can't remember the name of the movie. I just remember the scene specifically. Because that's what I feel like every single time I play this game. I feel like one of those dudes is like watching me and they're just cackling in my fucking ear. Thanks. Ding. I should have probably grabbed those herbs. And done. They were all pretty weak. Double kill. What a good ending shot. The basil bubbles. What style? I don't know what I was doing when you said that. The Capcom slang part or whatever? Oh, wait. Garbo. Well, yeah, but that's only because they go to the same place when they're weak. I mean, I would hope any smart person would put their bombs in a place to hit both the monsters in that situation. If you didn't, you're sort of shooting yourself in the foot a little bit. Wait. If we do... Actually, what would probably be better is... There we go. Hold on, I wanted to see this. Yeah, it's the same freaking color as these things. Why have 3 jewels all colored the same thing when 2 of them are like a completely different rarity? Such an asshole move. But yeah, there's my first one, finally. After so many hours. So many hours. I just got it earlier on one of those basil investigations. Oh yeah. Always no survivors. Hunting black diabetes. Black beetus. No diabetes. All I can think of is that stupid Family Guy skit. I can't remember what I was gonna... Oh yeah. I do have this. But this one requires 3 handicraft to get white sharpness. And then obviously there's like the Cositis and a bunch of those other ones that are ice, but honestly, Legiana weapons are not worth it. I don't think the amount of dedication you need to have an elemental crit build be better than raw damage. And that's only like if you're doing the raw damage without like a crazy build for it. Because currently, as far as I'm aware, it's better to go raw damage with every single weapon except for dual swords. And that's only if you're going for like a 3-star elemental weakness. If it's 2 or lower, it just doesn't matter. It's just not even quantifiable. Should have used my ear fingers build. Get my... Oh my god, I forget how ridiculous her hitboxes are. Yeah, yeah. I should have just stuck with the lance, the only good weapon in this game. And I'm dead. I just had to go for the horn break because I was going to get hit regardless. Well, it's this phase. It's going to come for me. Oh my god, and it did the instant one, so if I was close, I would have been delayed anyways. You fucking smelter demon. Go back to Dark Souls 2. Since all anyone can do is make fucking Dark Souls references to anything nowadays. Everything is Dark Souls. Cuphead is Dark Souls. Crash Bandicoot, a game that came out before Dark Souls, is Dark Souls. Honestly, tempered monsters become so much less fun when you're not using a lance, or you're just not grossly overpowered enough to just fucking one flinch them every single time you go up to attack them. If I was Lance right now, I would have hit it at least 2 to 3 times as more. And I wouldn't be able to move around the battlefield fast enough to even get hit by attacks like that. Because this thing's roll fucking sucks. It's not like the sword and shield. Oh my god, and he didn't do the attack. Even though I was clearly holding forward when I pressed my triangle button. Like, I don't even know how that was a possible outcome for the game. Like, yeah, just do the neutral pull out your weapon animation. Like, what? If anything, that should be the opposite of what my analog stick has a problem with. Because my analog stick goes forward by itself. This is me putting the controller down. This is my analog stick. Like, it doesn't... it doesn't go back by itself. So I know it wasn't me. Fucking video game, man. When people tell you Monster Hunter isn't clunky. But even a controller with a forward sticking analog stick can't make the game work right. I know I don't have a camera, so I can't, like, exactly show the way that my controller works. But you can trust me. I'm not touching my analog stick right now. This is me slapping my hands against my own face. Individual hands, too. Not one hand, individual hands. Just to make sure there's no goofing. It's literally something that happens. So, the only time I can do an attack where my character isn't moving, like this, is when I pull the analog stick backwards. Which is why you see me do it sometimes on accident. When your game can't even receive inputs from a controller that is permanently locked forward, your game is fucked up. It's not even the inputter's fault. Like, that's not my fault that I even got hit there. Like, what hitbox even came close to touching my fucking character? It has no horns. I hate using anything other than a lance now. I really do. It just involves running around, spamming fucking mega potions, or using so many damn buffs that every single hit you do staggers the monster in 2 to 3 hits. Because you can't fucking do anything to tempered monsters otherwise. They just run around non-stop, and you just can't fucking do anything. They attack 3 times a fucking second. Oh yeah, 30 damage. So awesome. Fucking bullshit. So fun. We're sorry, you didn't consume a mega demon drug and a might seed and a bunch of other shit before fighting this monster. Because that's how we designed the game. Was just to make it so that you have to consume a bunch of useless consumables that we make you consume every single time, instead of just making it so that you can just enter the boss and fight the boss and just have the consumables be an actual buff. And not just a thing that you need to kill the thing consistently without taking 10 minutes due to the fact that they have added damage resistance. Again, this is why I just use Lance. Because if I'm gonna kill something slowly, I at least want to be able to fucking guard myself in the process. Just killing the monster softly with its fucking stupidly high defense. Just get the fuck out of here. There's no point. Give me my good weapon back. Maybe in the future they'll learn to design the game better. Can't do that kind of shit with other weapons. And no, I'm not just new turtling. I'm actually timing that. Just because someone can be a noob with a lance doesn't mean everyone is. So fun running around after a monster non-stop. This is again why I don't even bother using other weapons. What the fuck is the point? You're not going to hit the monster consistently, even if you're using a bow or a ranged weapon. Because the monster's going to go inside and out of your critical distance so often it doesn't even matter. Or it's going to go straight over the fucking top of you. And have fun if it's a giant Diablos in that situation. Maybe if they added counters to every other weapon in the game, because they just sped the game up so much, it just makes it so fucking asinine otherwise. It's one of the only weapons that you can actually react in like half of a second to a monster attacking, which is needed in this game. Monsters can attack like 2 to 3 times before you've completed a single animation, and that's not even an exaggeration. With the greatsword, Teostra can attack 3 times in a row before you've done one animation. There's a guy who already went over like a video and like timing analysis on YouTube, if you are actually curious, as to just how bullshit this game is geared to being against the player. How much shit they have to like stipulate onto the player in order to make it actually difficult. And I don't find artificial difficulty fun when I'm trying to play a game like this. They took all the strategy out of it and turned it into an action game. And then we're like, here, let's make a bunch of fucking annoying mechanics that annoy you even if you want it to be an action game. We're Capcom. We haven't designed a super successful game in years. And that's why Capcom's best-selling game was Monster Hunter World. Not even a well-designed game, and it's still one of their best-selling, just because they put it on a platform and advertised it properly. No one wanted fucking Street Fighter. No one cares about Ryu and Sakura. Don't put another fucking Street Fighter character in this goddamn game. If you have any fucking respect for yourself, Capcom. As if I'm talking to them. They have any fucking self-respect. The next thing they put in will be original content that didn't exist in any of their other games. Not shit that they can just fucking redo 100 times over. So fucking lazy. Even Blizzard isn't that fucking lazy. And Blizzard takes every fucking chance they can get to cross-reference their own games. They want to make this shit so annoying for the player. Honestly, third-person action games have regressed. The only thing they haven't regressed in is how functional the controls are. Sometimes. I say sometimes, because you can even see when shit doesn't fucking work right. I mean, sure, you might say it's my fucked up controller, whatever. I've tried using my normal controller, and I still run into the same issues with inputs being dropped sometimes. Where you have to open up the radio menu and click the thing on the radio menu 3 to 4 times before it uses it once. That's not my controller. You can hear the thing going click, 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 click in the game when I'm clicking on it. Like, that's not user error, that is fucking game engine error. Monster Hunter World.exe has stopped responding due to Capcom's negligence. That's the actual error report that pops up, because the game has become self-aware of its own lazy development. And then the monster just jumps out of the screen and eats the lead developer. And then the entire development team is like, a weight has been lifted off of our shoulders. We can do what we want to now. We don't have to make another Diablos reskin or a Kieran reskin. We're free. I'm actually probably going to end my stream after this. I need to do some shit, but I'm bored, so I figured I'd continue talking while I was outside smoking a cigarette. I'll be back on later, but you'll probably be sleeping and stuff like that by then. I don't know if I'm going to stream later, though. I'm just pretty tired of having to basically just complain the entire time I'm playing Monster Hunter. Because it's the only enjoyment that I really get out of it. The few monsters I actually want to get tempered investigations for, I never do, and I'm ending up doing like so many hybrid basal investigations because they're the ones that always have 3 to 4 rewards on them, it seems. And using, like, anything other than the sword and shield or the lance just results in me carding every once in a while due to the, like, effect of you can't really attack more than once or twice with any other freaking weapon in a row without having to completely dodge away and rethink the entire situation because the boss has done something that makes it so you can't get near it. Or it's flying in the air or something like that. And honestly, in the current game, they have too much of a power disparity in between weapons. Like, Devil Joe weapons, no attack boost or anything like that, will always hit harder than pretty much every other weapon in the game. Unless you have a very specific build for a special, like, elementless or elemental weapon, Devil Joe weapons are always your go-to, because you don't need much specialization to make them hit hard. Like, they sort of defeated the point of even using a Nergigante weapon. Unless you're under the impression that negative affinity matters that much, because you don't use weakness exploit or whatever on your build, then maybe. But then you shouldn't even be using that build because crits are so important to dealing a lot of damage. I don't know, like I was talking about before, I've been thinking about starting another Neo playthrough, but I wanted to wait at least like 6 months after I completed my other one to do it again. Just so I wouldn't get instantly re-burnt out of it. That and I had been playing it recently, so... Yeah, I'm gonna shut my stream off. Thanks for watching. And, if I decide to stream again, I'll see y'all in like 2 to 3 hours. If not, then I'll be on PSN anyways. If you want to party me, you can. But, peace out.